right, so someone is speaking out today, Jerry Seinfeld. He is blasting his kids' school for what they're doing. They are offering a day off to high school students who are distressed by the U.S. presidential election. Jerry says that they are just encouraging young people to, quote, buckle. Okay, do you agree with Jerry Seinfeld, Sid?
Yeah, interesting. Okay. I mean, listen, here's what I do agree with Jerry on. I do think this is an opportunity for educators. Who better than educators to actually bring people together to have difficult conversations? And I think that that's the time and the place, if there's discomfort, that should be encouraged, not like send your kids back home and figure it out at there.
Yeah, I'm less interested in what he said, but more the why he said it, because I think people don't realize that Jerry Seinfeld is a 70-year-old man, right? He's an older guy.
He's 70 now?
He's 70.
Yeah.
And he comes from a time where children were seen and not heard.
Yeah.
And they were never involved in adult conversation, and politics is definitely adult conversation. The problem with his comments is that he's not paying attention to the times we are in now, which is, let's be real, 24-hour news cycle, the cell phone use, the social media, everybody's inundated with the information, whether they like it or not, and that goes from the oldest to the very youngest. So I think saying, you know what, just kind of like, oh, just, you know, don't deal with it. No, I think if I were an educator, what I would do is I would be like, let's change the focus. We're gonna have our own election. We're gonna have a fun election. We're gonna, you know, vote who's the best teacher, who does the best dance moves, and just really kind of pepper in some education in there. But really, when the kids come to school, just get them more refocused on learning and having fun, because the world is waiting for them as soon as the school day is over. And that's what I'd love to see.
What do you think, Courtney?
That's a great strategy. Can you run for president? That was a great strategy.
Have you seen this campaign? No, ma'am.
I mean, I guess he doesn't want to deal with the whole politics at home, I guess. Personally, I think everyone should get a day off on election day. I think election day, it's stressful. I think we should treat election night like Halloween. I think that...
Throw out candies?
Yeah, I think adults should get candy on the election night. That's what I think should happen.
Yeah. But you do make a good point about having the day off so everybody can go out and vote.
Yeah,
That's
which is different.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. We come from this generation, Gen Xers. As I said earlier this morning, we used to drink water out of lead-filled hoses. We are built differently.
That was good water, by the way.
It was very good water. We're fine. Our iron numbers are up. But what I think is there is a very fine dance that we have to do this generation. Certainly we feel this as parents of young people, is how do you simultaneously build resilience in kids and also understand that they are growing up in a time that is more difficult than ever to be a young person. So how do you balance that? My feeling is, as a former teacher, is home is not the place for them to be if they're distressed with whatever the outcome is of the election tonight or maybe tonight. Because what is happening I think, with kids today is there is too much isolation. There is too much going into your own space, into your own head. Precisely what I think kids need right now is to have an educator. If this school, which I'm going to guess is a hoity-toity private school that Jerry Seinfeld's kids are at, they can afford to bring in somebody who's really adept at speaking to kids. Bring kids together. Talk it out. Have talk therapy. Connect and realize that when you share a burden, it's lighter for you. And a lot of kids are feeling the same stuff. So why would you take them away from other kids? There's a lot of therapy to be had from other kids helping kids. So I say keep them in school. Yeah. Don't go home. Don't go home.
I actually had this experience, I'll say quickly, when in 2016, when we remember when everybody had expected that Hillary Clinton was going to win, we went to bed, we woke up the next day and had different results. Within a couple of days, I was actually in Michigan, at the University of Michigan, and that's one of those swing states. There was a lot of tension there. I was taking a sex educator certificate course, and it was a mix of therapists and doctors and educators who were there from all over the world. And there were a lot of people who were queer identified and who were left-leaning for sure, but there were also very right-wing, very Christian therapists and doctors who were there. So the teacher did exactly what you're talking about, brought everyone together in a circle. It wasn't comfy. It was really, there were some tears that were shared, but I do think there was also some bridges that were built. And I think that there was a little bit of hope at the end. So yeah, I think educators like hopefully can use this opportunity to just try to, you know, I guess see everyone's humanity.
Yeah,
you know?
that's true.
Yeah,
during hard times.
Can we all agree on the candy, though? Like,
Yeah,
that's
the candy.
I agree.
Done.
You're right.
Agreed.
It'll just calm the nerves, you know?
Hey, you, come a bit closer. We've got so many more must-see interviews, spicy debates, lifestyle tips, and pop culture moments. So subscribe to our channel by tapping the logo below and don't miss out.